Let's get it. 6 reasons why you need to be the GOAT in all that you do. And none of it has to do with bragging rights. It's so much more than that. You're listening to The Sales Life, or you're watching The Sales Life. I am your host, Marsh, and I created The Sales Life so that you could learn the life skills of selling. See, selling is not just a profession. Everything that you achieve in life is because you sold your way there. And everything that you haven't achieved in life is because you settled and you stopped selling. So if you want to have more, do more, be more, let me show you how I take the 24 years that I've learned in the sales profession and how you can apply those same skills. You don't need a lot. Those same skills, how you can apply them to every area of your life. And it's 5 of them. It's communication, it's curiosity, it's creativity, it's continuous learning, and it's productive confrontation. So if you want to have more, do more, be more, then say no more. Let's rock out with today's episode. 6 reasons why you need to be the GOAT. Reason number 1, you got to play to the opportunity, not the obligation. Why would you just play to your bills? Why play to what you have to make? That's how you stay broke. Andy Grove, the founder of Intel, said only the paranoid survive. And you got to be paranoid in all that you do, because you can only coast in one direction, and that's sliding backwards. So when you play to the opportunity, it's advancement. It's right there for the taking. And so many people, we want the bigger results, yet we only play to the obligation. This is what I need to make this month. This is what I need to pay my bills, and no more. And we lay up. Or sometimes we'll hit a whirlwind and things will get really, really good for us. But then the following month, we ease up. It's a mandate. You got to be the GOAT, because this is the youngest that you'll ever be. So you might as well take it for granted. Dude, you almost got to have like a professional athlete's mindset, the next man up. See, pro athletes don't get into the pros and think that they can just lay up. They can't. They understand that what got them there is not going to keep them there. So they're going to have to advance. They're going to have to evolve and adapt and play to the opportunity itself. Number 2, reason why you need to be the GOAT. Your future's uncertain, man. It is. And see, things are good for you right now, but you never know when life may take a shift on you. And so life shifts, things happen. You never know, man. God forbid it happens, but you're on your way to work and you get into a horrible accident. And all of a sudden, you're out for months. See, when you only play to the obligation, to your bills, then you don't have anything to fall back on, because you were doing just enough to get through a month. But see, when you become the GOAT, then what you're doing is you're playing to the opportunity. You're stacking those things because you know that the future is uncertain. You never know, man. One of your kids may get into some sort of legal issues, and you got to spend a lot of money to get that straightened out. You never know, as your parents get up there in age, that one of them is going to have to come stay with you. See, but if you're not playing to be the GOAT, the greatest of your time, you won't be able to help them. Number 3, reason why you need to be the GOAT. Experience is necessary. I can't stress this enough. See, how can you be relatable, or how can you relate to others if you've never had multitudes of experience? See, I'm in sales, and the thousands and thousands of people that I've worked with in over 2 decades of selling. I've pretty much been in similar situations. So that's an advantage for me because I gained the experience and I didn't do just enough. I've got so many experiences that when a customer needs my help, when others need my help outside of sales, I have that experience and I can leverage that experience and say, "Pff," because you got to understand, man, sometimes when people come to you, this is the hardest it's ever been for them, but it's not the hardest it'll ever be. Case in point, have one of your kids walk up to you and tell you at age 13, it looks like it's the worst thing in the world, right? And when you're talking to them or you're listening to them and they're talking, it looks like it's the end of the world. And you're sitting there inside, you're kind of laughing to yourself. You're like, dude, it gets way harder than this. But see, in a bigger version, if you don't work to be the GOAT every single day, the greatest of your time, then you won't have enough experiences to draw upon and be a benefit to someone else. Number fourth reason to be the GOAT, bro, you got to pay it forward. You got to pay it forward. Someone, and think about this right now, who in your life made an impression? Who taught you something? All of us have someone, if not many someones. Someone took the time and invested in you and poured into you, poured everything they had into you. I think of sales managers that I've worked with over the years, made a tremendous impact in my life. And I was able to draw on those resources as I got older. I think of loved ones who have helped me and poured into me and invested into me. That's why you got to be the GOAT, man. You got to be the greatest of your time. So that way you can pay it forward and help someone else and invest in someone else. You can't want it for them. They got to want it too. They got to put forth the work. But you can also be that investment. Now, let me tell you what's even cooler about this. When you pay it forward and you teach it to someone else, a selfish benefit to this is it's a deeper learning on your part. One of the greatest benefits that I have in doing the sales life and showing up and doing nearly 700 episodes, I'm a selfish benefactor. I get to learn it more because I have to get on the mic and I have to share and teach. I get to learn it even more so. Number 5, the reason why you need to be the GOAT, the greatest of your time. Your what and your whys align. See, your what is in your paycheck. Your why, that's your wealth. And when you strive to be the GOAT, the greatest of all time, your what and your whys, what you do and why you do it, align with one another. So again, I'm in sales. So many people that I interview, they say, "Oh, I want to get into sales." Why? Because I'm good with people. Okay. Well, if that's the case, and you're not working with as many possible customers as possible, your what, just enough, does not align with your why you supposedly got into the business. So when this happens, and this is why you're incongruent, this is why you're not getting the results. Because it's cognitive dissonance, it's two totally different meanings. Your what and your why don't align. And so no wonder you get inconsistent results. So what's important with this is if in sales, if you don't work and seize as many opportunities as you possibly can and work them all the way through, then you're violating your why. why you even got into the business. See, what you're really saying is I'm okay with that customer that I worked with or chose not to work with. Saw them, let somebody else take them. I'm okay with them buying possibly an inferior product from an inferior salesperson. If you work so hard to invest so much in your craft and your art, then why would you be so quick to let someone else seize the opportunity? It's crazy to me. And this is when you violate why you do what you do. That's why you don't get the results. Number 6, the reason why you need to be the GOAT, the greatest of your time. You're setting an example to others. You're setting an example to your loved ones. You're setting an example to your kids. And when you do just enough, what do you think your kids are going to do? Just enough. It makes me think back to Michael Strahan. And Michael Strahan is a Hall of Fame defensive lineman, played for the Giants. And he's going on to, number one, obviously he's Hall of Fame, one of the greatest of all times. But although he signed, and made a lot of money, very lucrative, he says, I show my kids every day what hard work looks like. Setting the example. You got to show your loved ones what hard work looks like. You got to show others who are watching what you do what hard work looks like. So, striving to be the GOAT, the greatest of your time, you're setting the bar for others to reach up to. You don't want the bar to be set where they just reach straight out, or God forbid, you set the bar so low that others have to stoop down. Man, set that thing high. And it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of out of you, fatigue, pushing yourself, don't want to do it, resisting the emotions that are screaming at you. This is not just for me. I'm setting the example for others, for my kids as well. And the last one, let's get out of here. Reason why you need to be the GOAT. This is probably the greatest reason. The bonus. Bro, you only get one lap in this life. Make sure it counts. Make sure that others know that you were here. All right? Leave me your comments, man. Would love to hear from you. Remember, the greatest sale that you will ever make is to sell you on you. There's a reason why I end every episode with the greatest sale that you will ever make is to sell you on you. You are the greatest sale. You are the best bet. Always bet on you. Thanks so much for being here. Stay amazing. Never settle. Keep selling. Stay in the sales life. Peace.